All right, welcome on board, everyone. So today we're going to jump into one of our final segments. We're going to get into interview prep, job application, LinkedIn optimization, the basic things to help us to optimize our opportunities out there. The pin for today is 281-713. I know somebody's probably sharing it with their friends and all that. We are 50 something. And our chat group here is probably going to be like 200 people, which is okay. But do the right thing, folks. Okay, let's get started. Why does preparation matter in general terms? So for us all, remember at the end of the day, no matter how smart you are, I'll guarantee you one thing. You can only get better if you prepare. Can we all type P5 theory real quick? Can we all type P5 and I'll tell you what that means? P5 theory, real quick. P5 theory. Can we all type P5? Thank you. All right. So P5 is proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Never get too comfortable to think you don't need preparation. Never, 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 never. I'll give an example. Before I jump to any of our classes, I print out the slides, even though I created the slides and I've gone through it before. I take my highlighter, I go through everything again just to get me comfortable to figure out a way to flow in the process, right? N- I know the material, but sometimes you want to make sure you have a flow and a rhythm too. And also you understand it better, you know? And there's no time I do it, I don't get one or two things to give me leverage better, right? So if you have an interview coming, don't assume because you are experienced or you've done a couple of interviews before that it's a sure. Still spend a few minutes to prepare. Take notes, mentally get yourself to a space you feel comfortable. So it's important to prepare, you know? Another thing I would recommend is we have to prepare to get quite a number of no's, right? Because for every job out there, especially recently, you would need to apply to a lot of positions out there. Okay. So you can see here there are 250 plus applications per job. So technically we are competing against 250 people. That is not to discourage you and I, right? It's just a statistics out there, and you might have tried it for 1,000 people. So definitely statistically, you stand a chance. So it doesn't matter, but at least it will mentally get you ready that okay, this is serious stuff, right? I have to put a lot of effort in it. What are the stages out there today? No matter how smart you and I are, we have to develop a resume. One of the things that I see a little bit tragic, in my opinion, is when I see very smart, intelligent people, ladies, guys, and they just don't build a resume. You are done with a program like this, you don't have a resume. I wish I could tell you you will get a job without applying. It doesn't just work that way. So it means we all have to build a resume, right? That's fair point. Another common thing out there is LinkedIn optimization. If you look at the YouTube page of SkillWeed, we have a class on LinkedIn optimization you can take a look at and leverage big time. Application tracking and follow up, very important as you begin to apply. I'll recommend don't apply just randomly alone. Get an Excel spreadsheet and be tracking the jobs you're applying to. I'll recommend that too. For those of us that use the SkillWeed service for 100 application, they will send you like a Google form that will be tracking all of the jobs you apply on your behalf, for example. So you can build a similar thing for yourself. Every job you apply to, you can put the date and the status of the application. I think it's a good practice in general. Okay. So take it and treat this like with a strategy purpose in your mind. That, okay, I need to make sure whatever I apply to, just put a time, just track it. It might be extra work, but it's not extra crazy work. It's extra work I think would add value. So I won't see it as a big deal. All right. Another thing I'll just throw out there, some resume tips out there. And that's why for us, the resume prompt we provided, Intentionally, we added some quantifiable achievements to demonstrate impact, right? So we put quantifiable values so that it can show to portray good impact at the end of the day for you, you know? Another thing I recommend is in our case, you might apply to multiple roles. It's a good idea to have multiple resumes for each of those roles. Um, this is not a season to be sloppy, to be honest. I think I choose to believe we would go with a lot of urgency and desperation. So that means we have to do some things different. You might have to have a couple of resumes to align to multiple roles and track it. Don't look at it as extra work, look at it as part of the process towards getting to that goal. All right. So that's what I would recommend we do. So we tailor our resumes as much as we can. Don't just send a blank resume. And I get it. Many times the temptation is, oh, what the heck? I don't have time. I just have a general resume. I'll just send that general resume to everybody. And, no child left behind. GRC, I put it together. Boom. Data. Boom. Third party. Boom. I put everybody. Okay, everybody. Fair game. Boom. I send you all out. When the market was not a little bit crazy, the world right now, we'll get away with that, I think. Now, we might still get away with it. The chances are slimmer because somebody else would target their resume to the position. So if we don't put the extra effort, it might be a ding against us. That's where I look at it. So put the extra time, be a little bit of extra work here and there. I think it will be worth it. That's my take. So I have a resume for each of those roles, at least three different resumes that are tailored for different roles. That's what I would recommend. Okay, what should you include in your resume? Let's see what you guys think. Excellent. Quantifiable achievement. Thank you. All right, another quick one. What is the main goal of a resume? If you're just joining, the pin is 281713. Excellent. I agree.